quite as gorgeous as me. Now, some of you are probably wondering why this divine creature, this sparkling manifestation of euphoria, is standing here tonight with you. I'm here because I care about you lot. And that's what a sister of Perpetual Indulgence does. We care. Now, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence started way back in 1979 in San Francisco. Our aim? To fight prejudice against you, to fight for your human rights, and to push back against anything that could possibly be negative and detrimental to you lot staying gorgeous. Now, since 1979, we sisters have spread throughout the world, in cities and towns throughout America, Australia, Europe, and of course the United Kingdom. And every single one of us has this desire to care and spread the love. Now, the Manchester House, of which I am very proud to be part of, began on this weekend back in 1996, which by my reckoning makes us 21 years old. Yes! You don't have to sing. Right. Now, over these 21 years, we sisters have raised oodles of cash for charity organisations such as Manchester Pride, the LGBT Foundation, the Albert Kennedy Trust, and of course, our beloved George House Trust. We've shouted, we've screeched, we've yelled at marchers in defiance of those wanting to crush us and remove all our wondrous rainbow glitter and, I'm sorry about this, try to turn us beige. Now, we've helped educate in so many interesting ways. You might not know this, but the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence were the first organisation in the whole world to create a leaflet all about playing safe when you're having fun. We were there, we did something about it. So many things have changed in those 21 years though, haven't they? Let me tell you a little story, if I may. I'm going to start this little story off by saying to you tonight that I'm HIV positive. Thank you. It doesn't bother me. I'm fit and I'm healthy. I'm alive and kicking. And I also won't stand for any of that HIV stigma discrimination either. Might even stamp my feet at that as well. And so to my little story. One jolly evening I was perusing a certain social application on my phone. Casting my eyes over the assembled masses of the divine hordes, who I just knew were intent on ravishing me. And this particular person was obviously drawn towards my glamorous Hollywood looks. "Hello," he said. "Hello," I replied. He asked if he could engage in nocturnal ramblings with my good self. I thought this might be a pleasant and not disagreeable way of passing an evening. So I smiled sweetly with a suitable emoticon and replied in the affirmative. At which point the gentleman in question became, shall we say, a little fruity with his suggestions of what he'd like to do with me. And it had nothing whatsoever to do with cake baking. No, my little fairies, he wanted to do something of a somewhat unsafe nature. As the French say, ne pas porter le condom. Well, being the pillar of the community, I immediately informed him that I have a positive outlook on life, so to speak. "Oh, that's okay," said the friendly fella. "I have a supply of the little rubber friends. I'll pop one on for you." He unfortunately thought he'd done the right thing. I said, "That's a bit discriminatory, isn't it?" "What do you mean?" he said. Well, I said, feeling my corset get tight with apprehension. You are doing something different right now only because you found out that I'm HIV positive. No! Our conversation became more protracted, but he eventually could see that he was discriminating against me. Credit where credit's due, he didn't swipe me away. He listened, he understood. I took him to task because I was the one that had the power to do something positive about being positive. And so can you. You don't have to be positive to fight discrimination. You don't have to be a woman to fight sexism or misogyny. You don't have to be trans to fight transphobia, or bi to fight biphobia. I think you get the gist, yes? Now, I know I'm preaching to the converted here in Sackville Gardens because you are gorgeous. But if you want to make a difference, to spread the love, to try to end HIV stigma, then you need to get involved, just like us sisters do. And you know, Manchester is the most radical, the most liberal, the most loving place in the whole of the UK. Yes! We do not tolerate being swiped aside because of HIV, do we? No. Be proactive in Manchester, and always remember, you are gorgeous. Now go out and spread the love.